In this video, I'm going to give you a content calendar that you can follow so you're not trying to come up with new ideas every week for your restaurant. My name's Ryan. I own a video production company, and I get it can be hard to come up with new video and content ideas on a weekly basis. And one thing I produce is called Explore KC, and we go behind the scenes of restaurants and bars here in town, and host Scott Swagger asks questions about the business and why they love Kansas City so much, and kind of give you an inside look of the restaurant and bars around our area. And so producing that, I watch a lot of restaurant content, looking for inspiration and new ideas on unique shots that I can mix into the videos to make them more enjoyable for the audience. And in doing that, I came across one guy called Cali BBQ. The owner's name is Sean, and they're located just outside San Diego, and he's taking content to a whole new level. He started off by just making content about his restaurant, and now they have a media company where they're producing a podcast, a blog, videos, and a whole lot more. And they even go to other people's businesses and do videos with them, which I think is awesome. But one thing Sean said was, nobody's gonna come tell your story. When he opened his restaurant, no news stations or radio stations or anyone came knocking on his door to tell his story about his new journey and his new business. So he took it to his own hands and made content about his restaurant. And one thing he likes to do is he gives away all his secrets. He's gonna tell you how he smokes his brisket and his ribs and when he wraps the meat and when to do certain
thing I forgot to mention when I was editing this video was Upflip, a YouTube channel, did a great story on Cali BBQ. I linked it below. Definitely check it out.
And I think that's awesome. It gives the viewer kind of an inside look, and here's the secrets of the trade on how they make their food. And you're not giving away any secrets. There's thousands of recipes out there online that people can use. You're just sharing your method in your way. And if anything, they're gonna try your way at home, and then they're gonna come back to the restaurant and see how they did compared to your food. I think that's something that every restaurant should implement in their business. And that's why I came up with this five days of content I would make if I owned a restaurant. Let's start with number one, Mondays. I would do menu Mondays. If you do any type of alterations throughout the week, different specials, I would come out with that on Monday so everybody knows what to expect for the whole week. Easy one, you can make a video of the cooks making it, show the final dish. On Tuesday, I would do a recipe video. Like I said, how Sean, he'll tell you how he makes his ribs, when to wrap them, and how long to let them rest. Or if you want to talk about different rubs and spices that you can do, I think that's a easy one you can make on Tuesday that most viewers are going to want to know, especially if they loved your food and your product. They're going to want to know what you do that makes it so special. Wednesday, I would do a Q&A. Any comments or questions you get the week before that you want to answer, save it for Wednesdays where you can answer it on camera. I'm not saying don't reply with an answer, but also answer it again in a video form the following week. Because if somebody asks the question, the chances are there's somebody else that's wondering that same question. And then Thursdays, if you have a bar, Thirsty Thursdays. Let the bartender experiment and have a taste tester. Let them make some weird concoction, even if it's bad. Something not on the menu. Let them have some fun. And if they do a bad one, be like, hey, now go make me a good one. And then they'll make you a good one on camera. And just let them give some dialogue of what they're putting in the drinks and maybe give some tips on making better cocktails at home. And then Friday, if you have a sports bar and you're not making sport-related content, I think you're missing the mark completely. An easy one you could do, you could buy a cheap putter and a little cup or something that they can hit it into, and before shift starts, have the entire staff try to hit the golf ball into the cup from a long distance, or maybe make them do a bank shot. And whoever makes it gets a reward, or if two people make it, have them go into a playoff, and whichever employee wins the game, give them some type of reward, a gift card, or an extra vacation day, or a free meal for the day, whatever it is. I think that's a really fun thing that sports bars and sports-themed restaurants aren't doing that's so simple. You're into sports. Play sports on camera. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. This is just a basic content calendar that I would follow if I owned a restaurant. And if you're in Kansas City and ever need any video production needs, don't hesitate to reach out. Or if you don't live in Kansas City and you just have questions on, hey, how can I get started? I'm happy to take a phone call to try to point you in the right direction.